What's up, everyone? It's Paige Stuart. Thank you for joining me for another Yoga with Paige. I'm really excited to bring today's practice to you. It's an enlivening and a strengthening practice. And I don't know if you've heard of a ladder flow before, a ladder. We're going to be building on. So we'll be starting with some simple poses and then we'll be building. It's one of my favorite ways to get into standing poses and to build strength and heat in the body. So let's get started. We'll find a comfortable seat here. Palms are on the lap. Root down through the sit pose, so getting really heavy here, reaching up through the crown of the head, and then begin to find your Ujjayi breath. So essentially what that is, it's like a slight constriction in the back of the throat. Kind of feels as if you would be fogging a mirror. Right? So okay, let's practice this. Fogging a mirror with your mouth open. We're going to do that same thing, but with our mouth closed. And the exhale will be out the nose. Are you with me? That's called your Ujjayi breath. It sometimes sounds like Darth Vader. I wouldn't know. I haven't seen Star Wars, but from what I'm told, sounds like Darth Vader. So we are going to continue with that breath throughout our practice today. It is it builds heat in the body, and it's also very soothing to the nervous system. So let's tap into that breath. There's a slight constriction in the back of the throat as we exhale out through the nose. Big breath in through the nose. And then exhale, Ujjayi. Let's take 3 more full rounds, nice and slow, no rush. I'll let you continue while I talk. So getting into the body with breath. Breath is the quickest way to come back to ground zero. Come back to the present moment. Come back to your sensations and your feelings, your breath, your body. And the breath can be an incredibly powerful compass that it's a superpower, this built-in superpower that we have access to at any time. And often we take it for granted. So starting each practice just with a little mindful breathing is really special and important to me. So that Ujjayi breath, I'll remind you throughout your practice, but we are going to keep that with us and allow that to lead us as we add in our physical postures today. Okay? So let's go ahead and get started. In a tabletop position. So hips come directly above the knees here, shoulders stack above the wrists. We're going to move into some gentle cat-cows. So as we take a big inhale here through the nose, we drop the belly, lift the gaze. So we're broadening through the collarbones. And then as we exhale with the slight constriction in the back of our throat, yet out the nose, our Ujjayi, we round through the body, finding our cat back. So we're really pressing down through all 10 fingertips here, broadening through the back of the body, releasing and softening the head and the neck. Inhale, drops the belly, lifts the gaze. And then exhale, we round through. Cool, 2 more rounds. Beautiful. Awesome. Tuck the toes if they're not already. We're going to move the hands, one handprint out in front of us, and now we're going to lift the hips. First downward dog of the day. So like I said, we have a very enlivening practice, a very strengthening practice, and we'll get into some of my favorite yoga poses. So Get comfortable here. Heels are reaching down towards the mat. Our chest is reaching back towards the top of the thighs. All 10 fingers are pressing into the mat here, and our shoulders are tucked down and away from the ears. So if this feels like too much, bend the knees more. Bend the knees more, press the chest back. Perfect, beautiful. Come back to your breath. Inhale through the nose. Ujjayi breath. Awesome. Now the shoulders might be building a little heat here. They're starting to say good morning or good afternoon or good evening wherever you are in the world right now and whatever time it is for you. The shoulders are firing up, the backs of the legs, the hamstrings are firing up, the back. That's awesome. Okay. Moving into our first pose. So go ahead and bring this right foot forward. We're going to drop the back knee. If you have a blanket or something to put underneath the back knee, I highly recommend that. Padding the joints is always incredibly important, and we don't want to harm our knees. So I actually have a couple yoga mats stacked here, so I have plenty of padding going on. If you're looking for another little trick, you can always fold your yoga mat over if you're looking for a little more cushion. So here we are, we're in our crescent moon. Our arms will reach up and frame the ears. We have a nice bend in this front knee, and we are actively squeezing the legs in towards one another. Yeah, so when we squeeze them together, we find this tiny little micro lift. Notice if we're spilling out in the lower abdomen, pull that in. Yes, engage that core. Come back to your breath. Shoulders slide down and away from the ears. Our hands are active and participating and engaged. Beautiful. Hands come down to the mat. Go ahead and step the right foot back. We're in a high plank here. Now this is our first high plank. So I would invite you to lower the knees. We're gonna warm up slowly, right? There's no need to go all in right out of the gate. So we might be feeling the abdominals turning on right here in our modified plank. Come back to the breath. Notice if your heart rate's up already. Mine is. And we are just getting started. Okay, this is very important. Slowly lower all the way down to your belly. Our shoulders are always to remain above our elbows. Okay, always. I'll explain more as we go. Go ahead and slide the hands forward. Our elbows will come beneath our shoulders. Press into them. Lift the elbows. We're in a little low cobra here. This feels really nice. Opening the front body. We're using the strength of our low back. Come back to the breath. Beautiful. Release. Hands come beneath the shoulders. Press yourself back up to that modified plank. And then back in a downward facing dog. So hips lift and our chest reaches back towards our thighs. Beautiful. Take it to the other side. So our left foot comes forward. We're in our crescent moon here. The back knee's down. Our arms come up and frame the ears. We're hugging the legs in, pulling the low belly in. Shoulders down and away from the ears. Coming back to the breath. Beautiful. Hands come down to the mat, press back. We've been here before. Let's do another modified plank. Lower all the way down, shoulders stay above the elbows. Slide the hands forward, take the low cobra. Beautiful. Release. Make your way back to downward facing dog. So your down dogs might be getting easier because we are getting more length in the back of the legs here. Now we're going to build and add on to our ladder. So the right foot comes back forward again. We'll find our crescent lunge. We've been here before, except now we're going to add on a little side stretch. So grab a hold of the left wrist with the right hand. We're going to reach up, shoulders stay down and back, reach up, and then over. This feels really nice in my left side body. I can feel it all the way down into my hip, all the way up into my armpit. Come back to the breath. Now, come back to all of the basics of our crescent lunge here. So, squeeze the legs together, pull the low belly in, and add on your side stretch. So we're adding on. Beautiful. Come back to center, hands come down to the mat. We've been here before, step back. If you're looking to elevate your plank, you can lower all the way down. Slide the hands forward. Beautiful. And then press back. If full plank is not in your practice today, that is just fine. That is just fine. Continue to take the modified side plank down to your belly and join us in your choice of cobra or upward facing dog whenever we get there. Other side, left foot comes forward, back knee down. We'll find our crescent moon, and then we'll add the side stretch. So grab a hold of the right wrist, and add on the stretch. So we've got our legs, we've got the low belly pulled in, our shoulders are down and away. We're pressing into the mat with both feet. We're taking the stretch to the left. Sending the breath to the right side body. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Step back and find your flow of choice. Beautiful. Right foot comes forward. Left foot comes down. Here's our crescent. Here's our side stretch. Where are we going next? We're going for a back bend. Yes. Now, all the same applies. Squeeze the legs together. Tuck the tailbone in this position even. And then really, really, really open up the front body here. So feeling expansion in the heart space. Our hands can be cactus arms, like I've got going here, or perhaps you'd like to bring your hands to back pockets, as if you had back pockets. You can do that and squeeze the elbows together, your choice. One more breath. Beautiful. Hands come down to the mat, step back, high plank. Lower all the way down. Find your low cobra. Return to down dog. Beautiful. Left foot comes forward. Back knee down. Crescent moon. Take your side stretch to the left. Back to center. Exhale, back bend of your choice. Cactus arms. You can bring the hands to the sacrum. Pull the low belly in, squeeze the legs together. Finding a little lift. Beautiful. Hands down to the mat. Step back. Take your flow or skip it. Your choice. We're doing a lot of those today, and you don't have to take all of them. I'm going to go back to modification because that's what my body needs this morning. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Beautiful. Right foot forward. Adding on yet again. Here's our crescent. Here's our side bend to the right. Inhale back to center. Exhale, take your back bend. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, moving into a twist. So planting the left palm right inside of this right foot. And we're going to go ahead and open our body over towards the right. So actively reaching up through the right fingertips, pressing down through the left, reaching back through the left heel, and pressing down through all four corners of that right foot. Now come back to the Ujjayi breath if you've lost it. We've got a lot going on here. Hands down to the mat, step back. Take your flow if you like it. Modify as you wish. Child's pose is always available. Listen to the body. Beautiful. Left foot forward, right knee down. Start with our crescent. Side bend to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, center. Plant the right palm. Let's go ahead and lift the back knee. Yeah, we've got our twist. Beautiful. So, remembering all the foundations, the basics from our crescent. Squeeze the legs, pull the low belly in, reaching through the right heel. Hands down to the mat, step back. Take your flow. I'm going to skip this one. We'll mean downward facing dog. Adding on, where are we going to go next? Any guesses? Let's see. Right foot. Knee comes down. We're in our crescent. Take our bend to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Back to the mat. Go ahead and lift the knee. Crescent lunge. Here we are. Our first fully standing pose. There's a lot going on in this pose, that's for sure. So pressing down through all four corners of this front right foot. And this knee is actually reaching more towards the outside edge. So rather than collapsing inward, we were looking for this external rotation of this thigh and of the knee. Reaching back through the left heel. Same here. Thighs squeezing in, low belly in, reaching. Hands down to the mat, step back. High plank, take your flow if you'd like it. We'll take it to the other side. All right, left leg forward, crescent moon. Been here before. Got our side bend. Take it to the left. Inhale brings us back to center. Exhale. Take the back bend. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist. Hand down to the mat. Here we go. Lift the torso. Beautiful. So notice where you're at in this front leg. If you need to take a deeper bend, I would encourage that. Might be shaking. I am. That's good. Hands down to the mat. Press back. Take your flow. Or skip it. Now, you see what I meant by enlivening and strengthening? This practice certainly is both. Let's add on. Crescent moon, been here before. Side stretch to the right, back to center, back bend, back to center. Plant the hand, take your twist, back to center, lift the torso, crescent lunge, beautiful. Here we go. We've got our warrior two. So we spun the back foot down. The right heel is about perpendicular with the back foot. Our arms are long by our sides, reaching out through the fingertips. Come back to your breath if you've lost it like I have. Notice in this pose, we have a tendency to reach more forward. Reach back through the fingertips to pull yourself back upright. Beautiful. Hands down to the mat. Press back. If you'd like a flow, you may take it. And we'll take it to the other side. Left foot forward, crescent moon. Take it to the left, side stretch. Inhale back to center. Exhale, back bend. Moving into our twist. High crescent lunge. Spin the back foot down, open up, warrior two on the left. Beautiful. Notice where your shoulders are. Soften those, slide those down the back. Come back to your ujjayi breath. Good. Hands down to the mat. Step back. High plank, we've got one more. One more add-on. Right foot forward. Here's our crescent. Side bend. Back bend. Twist. Lift the back knee. Moving into our crescent. We've got our warrior. Beautiful. Now, warrior two legs stay exactly as is. Reaching forward through the hands, forward, extended side angle. So our right forearm comes to the right thigh. It's down and away from the ear. Notice I'm not crunching on my shoulder. Reaching up through the left arm. So we've got massive space being created in the left side body here. Come back to the breath. The neck can soften downward towards the mat, or the ear towards the shoulder. Beautiful. Hands down to the mat. Let's take it to the other side. Left foot forward. Right knee down. Arms come up. Take the side bend. Take the back bend. Let's take a twist. Lift the back knee. Beautiful. High crescent lunge. Warrior two. Reach forward. With the torso, the lower body stays the exact same. Check in on the shoulder, slide it down and away. Tuck the tailbone in this pose. Come back to the breath. Hands down to the mat, step back. Beautiful. So down dog. Let's take 3 full breaths here. And then we'll meet in a child's pose. Feel how the body feels right now. What sensations are you experiencing? Maybe in the legs, maybe in the chest, maybe in the arms. In your child's pose, take a full body scan here. Take inventory, check in. Saying, wow, yep, my legs are really tired and warm. Mine feel all bubbly and energized and alive. That's a great feeling, to feel alive. So what words, what sensations come to mind for you? For your feet, your calves, your quads, your booty, maybe your hips, your low back, your belly, your chest, your upper back, your shoulders, your neck, your arms, your fingers, your face. What are you feeling? That was a quick burst of life that we brought to our body and our breath into the present moment. Check in. That is some good medicine right there. Moving the body, breathing with the body, and checking in, tuning in, finding a little stillness and silence. If this is serving you right now, stay in child's pose or perhaps shavasana as long as you'd like to complete your practice today. I will leave you here. And thank you so much for joining me and sticking with me today for this super powerful, energizing, fun practice, fun way to move. And let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you next time. Bye.